Hi guys, welcome back to Angelina's YouTube channel. I'm Anton and I'm joined with me Luke. Luke, how you doing, mate? How you doing? You alright?
Yeah, I'm alright, mate. How you doing, son? I'm alright, Muggy Ken.
Yeah, we're not very good at impressions. Right.
Not at all, mate.
This is the Macclesfield Town preview. And after the game at the weekend, everyone's sort of hit higher spirits at the minute. We play at the. It doesn't make very good reading if you're a Macclesfield fan, but we've got to read off the stats as they are. Bottom of League Two. We are 76. We are 76 places higher in the
76
league.
places, yeah. Separate
Yeah,
us.
it probably sounds a lot better than it actually is. To be fair, Macclesfield haven't won a game this year, and normally, if you're a West Ham fan, this just says they're going to beat us 3-0 away from home on the night because this is what West Ham did. No, you're shaking there, and you don't think the same, no?
Nah, I don't,
No,
mate.
fair
I
enough.
know there's a big
No,
difference. Giant killers, blah, 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 blah. It's the cup competition. But I think from the last game that we had in the last round, against Wimbledon, it was just good for us to get out there and get a victory under our belt. It's just good to get out there and give players game time. Myself and you done a watch along for that game,
yeah,
and
it did.
we, you know, I said in that game that I thought Yarmolenko played really well. He didn't have the finishing product, but games like that are going to do him the world of good. And with players potentially coming back like Hernandez, if Hernandez eventually recovers from his sickness bug, this is the perfect game for him to play in because he'll need game time. And if
Yeah,
Arnautovic is not going to be fit, we're going to need Hernandez type players up front. Because for me personally, I'd like to see Perez play. I'd like to see Perez play this
yeah.
week. Don't know where I'm at with him though. Don't know where I'm at with him.
No, it's funny. I'm very skeptical where this whole Hernandez illness, things come about because, you know, it doesn't, it's not so too surprising when the guy is clearly getting a bit frustrated at the club, isn't getting many chances, doesn't look at all happy, possibly looking for a loan move, or just to move out of the club in January altogether. I'm still a fan of Hernandez, but I'm giving up with trying to play the Hernandez card and trying to just keep trying to say to people this is what he's good at, and we're not playing to his strengths. He looks like he's going outdoors, to be honest with you. And Perez looks more unlikely to start
Yeah.
midweek, and he didn't do too badly, to be fair, when he come on against Chelsea. What did you think of Perez when he come
I
on,
thought it was all right, mate.
Anton?
I don't know where I'm at with it to be honest. But it's midweek. It's a cup game.
Mm,
West Ham have come off a win and a draw against two good teams in the league, which is going to give us a world of good confidence. We've got depth in our squad, so players going to get a run out. Perez will get a run out if Hernandez is back. I think the only reason I bring him up today in particular is because if he does recover from his sickness bug, then it's a no-brainer that Hernandez plays in this game to get fitness levels back up in
mm.
preparation for Manchester United at the weekend. Pellegrini, what do I think he'll do in this game? I think he'll set up very similar within reason to how he did. Our depth in our squad's decent just now, so players like Snodgrass will get a run out, and we can't fault what Snodgrass has done coming off the bench, and in particular that ball for Yarmolenko's miss. So
Yeah. I didn't actually ask you that question in the first place. Was Pellegrini's going to change? So it's nice that you just went on your own tangent there and
yeah,
said your own
it's
piece.
not very
It's fine.
often. It's not very often I
Um,
get to do it.
no, it's fair enough. No, Snodgrass actually unlucky to be fair. With the ball into the Armolenko, which is
I can't even
a,
remember your original question, to be honest. Like
it was just about.
Perez,
No, I can't remember.
it
Yeah,
was
that
about.
was it. Yeah, I
Basically,
can't
to
think
cut a
of the
long
name of
story
it.
short, I'm not too sure. I've not seen enough of him yet. He's come off the bench a few times. Um, I'm not letting that fake story that broke about him not coming on, getting pissed off about
No,
training. That doesn't bother. I'm past all that shit. That's not even. It was fake anyway. Um, I don't know. Yet to be. There's nothing there yet
no,
that's
it's
excited me by him. Whereas when Yarmolenko came off the bench, I seen a lot of shit that excited me. So I'm not seeing anything from Perez yet. And these games in particular are good for players like that to come in and show us what they can offer.
yeah. That's it. It's a bit of a showcase. But, and it's not going to be a very, very long preview, so we'll just try and quick fire through these questions. But looking at Macclesfield, just quickly, they're going to come to this game. It could either go one way. It could either one or two ways. It could go that they're going to look for this game to be a confidence booster. If they can come away from a win, away from home to a Premier League club in West Ham, okay, we haven't done too brilliantly this season, but we are starting to pick it up. And if they need a confidence booster for the rest of their season, to kickstart their season, then this is going to be, a perfect opportunity, really. Or they've got nothing to lose and they're just going to go out full steam ahead and try and just beat us at our own game and just try and see it through to the next round. How do you think personally Macclesfield are going to try and take the game to us?
76 places separate us from them down to League Two. Do I read into that? Absolutely not. As an Old West, if we go by our own traditions of coming up against an underdog, we always are fearful of it. Do I think Pellegrini goes into these games fearful? No. Will it be a disaster if we lost? I'm not saying it's a disaster. It won't be good because the depth in our squad should be able to beat a Macclesfield Town who have not won a game this season. After 9 games they've only got 2 points. Look, so
I can just see this going.
But I tell you what, mate. I tell you what. Yeah, traditionally West Ham we could go into this game be fearful and just scrape through. But it's been a long time. It's been a long time since West Ham have hammered any team in particular, let alone a lower league team in a cup. It has been a long time. I mean, I can't think off the top of my head. This is a great opportunity for players to get off the mark for the season. If I was players like Snodgrass, and depending on who's playing up front, I'd be looking to ping that ball in the 6-yard box if Fernandez is playing, for example, and Perez, and I was Snodgrass starting, I'd be like, I'm going to ping that ball in all night long. Or there's a part of me that wouldn't be surprised if we see a little bit of Anderson in the game, because he's growing into it, and games like this will do him the world of good, because it's like, what better way? Look, I mean, it's a game at home. We're playing at home. We're going to be under the lights. Yeah. We might not have the big a full stadium. We're not going to have nowhere near a full stadium, but it's another game to build up a bit of confidence. What a way for him to build up confidence playing against a team that's 76 positions below us. That's the real.
On paper, it looks like that. I know what you mean, but during the game, you got some Brazilian guy who keeps taking it past you, lucky nothing. He's going to get a few.
I'm not saying he's going to start. I'm not saying he's going to start. No, he came on against Wimbledon, mate. He came on against Wimbledon.
Yeah. I think he changed a lot of things. Actually, I think he changed the emphasis of the game. But saying that about players, making appearances in that, how much do you think the team's going to change? Okay, well, basically, the question is, what team would you put out? Would you change everything from the Chelsea game, or would you just change certain players here and there? For example, the obvious would be Adrian for Fabianski and Fredericks for Zabaleta, that kind of thing.
I think we'll see something similar to what he did against and how he set up against Wimbledon. What I do think he will change is, I don't think we're going to see Diop and Balbuena, because I think he's now found his pairing that he wants. So I think we might see Ogbonna slip back in there. You may get a surprise package of Reece Oxford coming up.
I was thinking that myself today, actually. Yeah, I think Oxford will start.
He's obviously been performing all right for the development squad, so I think he might get an opportunity. So it could be a Reece Oxford and Ogbonna. That's what I would do, because if I've got my defensive pairing for the Premier League, I want to make sure that these other players in the background, in case someone gets injured, are up to scratch. And I want to see what Ogbonna can do in the League Cup. And then I want to see what Oxford can do if he steps up. Great opportunity to come up against what everyone says is his level, which I think he's a hell of a lot above. And put the two of them in the centre half pairing. Like you said, I think Fredericks will step back in. We might see a bit of Creswell. You never know.
Yeah, I think Creswell. I personally would go Creswell. Yeah, if he's fit enough. Yeah.
Midfield will be interesting. I think Snodgrass will start. I don't think we'll see Yarmolenko start. So it's going to be a really tough one. I
think we're going to give. I think Rice will keep his place. He's cracking on with that. He's still a youthful guy, still 19, so he's still fresh, and he still needs the game time, because as much as you crack on the Premier League, you kind of need that reality check that if you're 19, you still need to go and with the lower league boys, you still need to test yourself in that way. I've got an idea. Maybe Sanchez will play alongside Rice, because I can't think of anyone else really. I think you've got the likes of Obiang.
It's really tough, mate. But it's tough because
the midfield's a tough one.
The midfield is really tough, solely down to the fact that the last 2 games have been really important for West Ham to get off the mark. They've got 4 points from the last 2. And it's like, how much are we going to change moving into the Manchester United game? So I don't think
Mm.
he is wanting to change. I mean, Declan Rice and Pedro Obiang have hit up this bit, sparked a little bit of a partnership.
Mm.
They've been playing out their socks and they've been looking really, really good. And fair play to Mark Noble. I mean, I'm not going to be sitting here slating him. He's done really well. He's done well against Chelsea.
Mm.
So is he wanting to try and disrupt that too much and risk an injury to those three when for years West Ham fans have been going on about saying we need that collective, that's the issue, that's been our core problem, is the central midfield area,
Mm.
but we don't have enough players maybe to cover
I
it, so
think
there are going to be some of the players coming in.
I think what you're going to see actually is quite a few of the youth players coming in, the likes of maybe Marcus Brown, Nathan Holland might even get their chance. I tell you what I would do though, I would start Snodgrass on the right and I'll put Masuaku on the left wing.
Yeah,
I started having terrorising their right backs and actually being able to just go and let loose on the wing like he does when
yeah,
he's best for us really. And then
yeah.
up front, I would personally go with Perez. Or if there's, I would have said that Silva, Zande Silva,
It looks
if
like
that's his name.
I think he's picked
But
up
he
a
got
bit
an
of
injury,
hamstring, yeah.
yeah. So then you'd either go with, like you say, Hernandez if he's
Mate,
fit.
I wouldn't be surprised if Hernandez is fit. I wouldn't be surprised if you see two strikers start this game.
Mm,
I really wouldn't.
mm, yeah,
I
no,
don't think
you're right,
he's.
actually.
I don't think he's going to go into this game with a similar mindset of let's set out. This is a. He'll
Yeah,
probably see this as an opportunity. Like, yeah, we're in a cup run. We are playing a team lower league. We've got strength and depth. He believes in these players. He's stated
go
that
for it.
several times.
Mm,
Let's go for it. Let's see what we can
mm,
do, and let's see what these players can do to prove that they can get into this first team. Because there's going to be
mm,
or within the squad. This is why I think players like Reece Oxford are going to be up for this if he even gets in the squad, and in
mm,
particular Ogbonna.
mm. Just on this, no disrespect to any Macclesfield fans because you might have watched your season and don't think you deserve to be bottom of the league or whatever. We're just going from the stats. I'd admit I know nothing about League Two standard football. I know nothing about what results, fixtures, whatever. So if you're watching this and going, "Oh, here we go, another Premier League team," think they're just going to come over and just march and walk all over, a League Two team. We don't. This is with West Ham. We know what to expect. The unexpected. But on paper, I mean, that's all we can personally go on after not doing very much research because we got busy last ourselves. So it's one of them ones where you think, well, you know what, on paper, we should do it even with a not a full strength team.
Yeah,
But it might be nice to just see a good game, just two teams end to end,
yeah.
two teams going for it, especially if Macclesfield like to play a bit of football as well, not just long ball, but each to their own.
So
Well,
basically,
yeah,
I just had a
that's
brief look there. So Macclesfield have got through to the third round by beating Bradford and Walsall both on penalties. So they've taken the games right
yeah, they're
through extra
taking
time.
yeah.
So I mean, what 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 do we
That
take
could be
from
about
that?
that could be meaning that they come to London Stadium and they'll either do backs to the wall job where they just defend, and defend, keep the score down as low as possible, maybe try and nick a goal from set pieces here and there, or they could maybe play it dirty and try to get a few free kicks off West Ham, get a sent off. Like we managed to
One
do
thing I
with
think we
Wigan.
can guarantee is Macclesfield will turn up to this game with absolutely nothing to lose,
Yeah,
and
that's what I think
and will come to the Olympic Stadium with the mindset that every club does come to and go, we'll take West Ham on because this is their stomping ground that they're not confident in, and hopefully Pellegrini
Yeah,
is going to change that. So I think we'll see a Macclesfield town that will open up and try and play the ball and maybe shoot from distance and test the keeper, etc. But that might then, in favour for us, open up big, massive gaps, and
it's good.
hopefully the
It's good.
Premier League will take out
I
the
think
Premier League space.
actually, I think actually, this is a very good warm up, considering that we're in the little bit of form we're on, and it actually quite an interesting game. I don't think it's going to be as straightforward as everyone thinks it's going to be. But as we all know, West Ham like to make things difficult for ourselves, and
Yeah,
we can make it things so much easier. So it'll be interesting. I think that's pretty much everything covered. So
absolutely.
now it's prediction time with scores. So what do you think then? And it's been
Um,
renamed then.
yeah, no, that's fine, mate. No worries, I'm used to it. Tough, mate. I've not predicted anything for a while. I was close to predicting Everton score. I said 3-2, so it's 3-1. Um, Chelsea, I said 2-0 West Ham, but we didn't concede, so I was right with that side of things. I just think we're overdue a smashing of a team, and I'm confident. I know I've seen a bit of confidence in this squad where other people haven't. We're overdue something, so maybe I won't go too far ahead of myself, but I'll go for a 4-1 victory to West Ham.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm going to just say after the Wimbledon game, where for me we were pretty fortunate in the way that Wimbledon got on the man sent off fairly early doors, and we were 1-0 down. Very, pretty much the first few kicks of the game. And I'm never too confident West Ham's concerned score wise. I'm probably going to go for a 3-1 West Ham, like it was against Wimbledon. I think that Macclesfield they'll get a goal. I haven't been able to see much of Adrian apart from the cup game this year, so I don't know what kind of form he's going to be in, whether he'll make a mistake or whatever. Like I said, if Fernandez plays, I think he'll get a goal. I think if Snodgrass starts, I think he'll get a goal, probably from a nice little free kick or something. And then possibly when the substitutes come on late on and finish the game off. But hopefully the youth player gets on the score and shows what they're worth. But yeah, that score's done. So anything else, Anton, you want to just
no? Before we go, just make sure you are subscribing to our channel. Make sure you get the comments in below. We are, of course, working in partnership with Umbro, the Red Man of London, and the Official Supporters Club, where we do record quite a lot of content from their premises at Stour Place. So make sure you follow all them on the social media accounts. We are relentless. We are absolutely relentless with our content. So we don't have the greatest amount of followers. We don't have the greatest amount of views. But we are passionate about one thing, and that is West Ham. So come over to this channel, subscribe to our channel.
We do appreciate the views and the followers we have at the moment, just in case you keep going. New customers. No, we appreciate everyone that comes on, subscribes and watches and listens and comments and all that sort of stuff. So thank you very much for those that do.
Absolutely. Relentless, this is what I'll call us, for the fans, by the fans. Relentless, Irons United, get across here and start following us.
That's not a little thing for the energy drink out there, Relentless, to come sponsor us for just using that word. It describes us very well. I am.
But that's me. That's me. Yeah. I'm done, mate. I'm done.
Yeah, no worries. Cheers, Anton. Right, guys. So on to Macclesfield. Fingers crossed we go through to the next round.
Come on, you boys!
Aye.